Central Illinois this week. I am the mad and very overworked crime fighter.
By the mini muscle of the Smothers family, they are the team of Micah Pope and Nelson Sixx. All eyes on us.
Grudge match this week. As we teased it a couple weeks ago, the challenge was made by Derek Moss to this duo, as All Eyes on Us has been a thorn in the side of Derek Moss lately. Well, they've always been a thorn in his side, but it's intensified recently. I mean, Micah Pope and Derek Moss were the first class of the MBS Pro Wrestling Training Center, and they've been rivals ever since, although there was a bit of a time when they were tag team partners and held titles in the state of Arkansas.
Right here in this crappy town, and last night AEOU came out here and we did what we do best. We did what we do better than anybody. And then Derek Moss wants to come out and run his mouth and talk about he's got Jake Lander here tonight. But we don't care about Jake Lander, because it doesn't matter who it is. If you step to All Eyes on Us, we're gonna knock you on your backside. Tell him, Micah!
You know what's got my interest more than Jake Lander? Before we give Jake Lander and Derek Moss a beating that you guys won't forget and they won't remember, I'm going to give you pure entertainment where you can thank me in a second. Minnie, get on up in here real quick. Come on, Minnie. Now what I want you to do for Minnie is I want you to cue our music as he shows you what Smothers Blood is all about. Cue our music now.
They're all adopted.
Show. Give it up for my nephew, cousin, brother. He is the best thing you guys will witness all night, except us. So get strapped in, because the best thing you see, it is All Eyes on Us.
World's largest adopted family.
Shut your damn mouth before I smack you
And
right
their
in the face.
opponents.
I can't stand you. You
I
run
can't
your mouth
stand you.
and the only thing
You cheat!
you're lucky I got interrupted. I'm about to come out of the ring.
It's gonna come off! Why does everybody want to be adopted by Tracy Smothers? It is so bizarre.
Ladies and gentlemen, their opponents. They are.
And there he is in the background.
Jake Lander and the young thriller, Derek Moss.
Everybody wants to be adopted by Tracy Smothers and want to be adopted by him. It doesn't make any sense. It is so bizarre. It's like the world's largest family. You're trying to... I don't know what's going on. It's just so surreal. Well, this match was set up a few weeks ago. Derek Moss has been having those problems with AEOU way back in July. Both these men had matches against members of AEOU, and AEOU have been interfering heavily in each other's matches. Things carried over.
Not here before we were in the ring. Now they're shutting up. No, that's all right, because we back it up every single time.
Our bite is way worse than our bark. Get back.
Unicorn! Well, your bark put people to sleep, so your bite might put people to sleep.
Get back.
Well, things carried over to Jacksonville. Things got crazy over there. About a month to cool off in August, and then first show at the 8th Street Gym AEOU interfered in the match. No holds. Well, it's actually last man standing match between Casey Jackson and Derek Moss. Along with Truck Thompson, they all interfered.
That's a turnbuckle tie-on. Doesn't count.
Hold on. What the hell is that? As acting commissioner for tonight, on behalf of RMZ Designs and Unfair Games 5, I've got an announcement to make for both teams. The winner of this tag match tonight will have to go on and face each other one-on-one in a tournament. Gentlemen, good luck. Not only are we going to win this match,
oh, interesting.
We're going to win the whole damn tournament. You just screwed yourself. You guys do it.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. AEOU interfered in the heavyweight title match. Derek Moss lost to Casey Jackson. The rematch happened a week later in Beardstown. AEOU were banned from the city. Chuck Thompson still interfered in the match. Derek Moss won the belt back. Then they went to Athens. AEOU was in town, but they did not interfere. Casey Jackson took back the PWA heavyweight title with a pair of brass knuckles, which are a felony, class 4 felony to possess. So this tag match was set up, a grudge match. Slander and Moss both had problems with the AEOU. Brian Ely hasn't had his, I guess, return match against these guys yet, but here we go.
Hold up. All right, little midget man. Midget man, huh? Okay, you think you're something? Okay. Y'all think he's something? You guys think I'm something?
Well, they're going to stall here. And there's the tag. Do want to give best wishes to the victims of Las Vegas in that massacre by that deranged lunatic. I know certain people are calling for more gun control, but when a psychopath wants to kill people, he'll use any means necessary to pull it off. And they don't care what the law is. They'll break laws to get whatever they need to do their acts of evil. The only way you're going to stop it entirely is basically 24/7 martial law police state where everybody's under control and has very limited freedom. Or not much freedom at all, really. 2 count. Also, a major figure out of the Memphis wrestling area has passed away, Lance Russell. One of the longtime broadcasters. Actually, he was a part of WCW too, I can remember. That was a major figure down there in the Memphis area. Passed away at age 91. Moss and Lander double team and spike Nelson Sixx on the ground.
What's the matter, Micah?
And Derek Moss with a forearm shot to Micah Pope. There's a lot of wrestling happening this weekend. Central Illinois Pro Wrestling returns to Kincaid this Saturday, the 14th at Southfork High School. Floyd Pro Wrestling in Chesterfield, Missouri on Saturday at the Amphitheater. Sunday the 15th in Alton at the American Legion Hall / Spalding Club. New Wave in Terre Haute, Indiana at their usual location. NWA Central States will be holding their final show in Newburgh, Missouri at the Newburgh High School. I have a bit of an editorial on that that I'll present at a later point in time. World Powerhouse Wrestling in Madison, Illinois at the American Vets Hall. Wrestling over everything in East St. Louis, Illinois at the Centerville Elementary School, and that's the shows for this weekend. Of course, IWA Unlimited running their Tuesday events every week. Lander. Oh boy, he's been caught, and face first he goes. Cover, and only a 2 count. Central Illinois Pro Wrestling is happening this weekend. It's Expressway. 4-way match between Bradley Stevens, Blake Bellicus, Guy Smith, and Casey Jackson, vying for the CIPW heavyweight title. Bellicus, of course, the Illinois champion. Yeah, chokehold in the corner. Nelson Sixx throws Lander into the turnbuckle. And there's a tag to Micah Pope. Nelson Sixx whipped into the corner. Oh, here comes the EOU barrage. Spear in the corner. And Nelson, drop kick in the corner. Cover. And grabs the rope. Incidentally, AOU will be facing the Carnival and Attitude Inc. at PWA for Halloween on the 21st. Do the amount of shows that are happening in the month of October, good grief. Everyone and their mom is running. I'm just beginning to wonder if there's too many shows or too many promotions running at once in this area. It was quite a task to put this list together. And I got a late start on it too. That's the other problem.
Loser.
Micah Pope showing off, as he always shows
That
off.
was a choke.
Do want to highlight something that's been bugging me. Grandin Pro Wrestling ended up canceling the most recent event, citing contractual issues with the venue. Previous time it was dropping out, a major sponsor dropping out, and I'm just wondering if the promoter knows what he's doing. This is the second time that they've canceled an event in Georgetown. Nelson Sixx having hold of Lander. And Nelson throws Lander into the corner. Snapmare. Pope off the ropes and a kick to the face. And Nelson drops a fist. And a 1-foot cover is not ever going to get the pinfall on Jake Lander. As much as they try, it never ever works. Lander off the ropes, and what a lariat! What a lariat! Cover, and only a 2. By the way, there's a rumor going around that the State Commission on Professional Wrestling is returned. That is not true. Whoever is spreading that rumor should be ashamed of himself, or at least should have asked me first.
Come on, get him off of there! Get him off there!
Now, I got a little bit of a late update. Blake Bellicus is out. Scotty Cash is in on the Fatal 4-Way. It's not... Let's see what's going on here. Bradley Stevens will be taking on Casey Jackson in a one-on-one match. Zero Hype Guy Smith will be taking on Scotty Cash. So it's not a Fatal 4-Way. It's 2 singles matches. Bellicus will be taking on Matt Harmon in a rematch for the Illinois title that we aired on the last edition of the program. A drop kick. by Lander. Lander trying to go over to make a tag, and there's the tag. And Mossy clotheslining both men here, both of his rivals. Gotta sleep! And Mossy gotta sleep! And Moss on fire! He's got a lot of angst, a lot of dues to repay. EOU going for a cover. Moss apparently forgot who the legal man was and floated over to Micah Pope. Tags in Jake Lander, goes up to the top. And Moss on the other side. Frog splash on Nelson. Flying elbow on Micah Pope. Double cover here. Wow. Double kick out. Looks like they're going to switch sides and do it again. Moss and Lander. Flying elbow. Oh no! I think he got the knees up. Nelson got the knees up. Micah Pope popped up to attack Lander. There's that double team spear Russian leg sweep. And EOU talking trash to Derek Moss, but Lander's still sitting over there. Lander swats him away.
Overwhelmed.
Micah Pope. Oh, wow! Flying stunner. Broken up. Only a 2. And Mossy dealing with Micah Pope, and Nelson Sixx comes over. Jake Lander to the top rope. Cross body. Takes out the pile. Micah Pope is still, I guess, the legal man. Puts him back in the ring.
I got this.
Pope is down and...
He's got something!
What the heck is that? It's a steel bar!
Get rid of it!
Drops on the ground, but he should just toss it out of the ring. Taylor Fix jumps on the apron to interfere, and Lander gets the 3 count, knocking him out with his own weapon. Cheating backfired. And a bit of measure of revenge as Moss and Lander win this 12 minutes and 25 seconds. Little bit of revenge. However, I think there's still more debt left to be repaid. And look at this. Moss just blasted Nelson Sixx, whatever that bar was. And EOU. Guess they're gonna have to crawl back under what hole they climbed out of. I guess they're gonna head back to the Smothers Adoption Agency. I don't know. Well, after the break, Moss and Lander will face off in a 1-on-1.
Yeah, I got to hit him in the face. Lander, baby, you can't beat me.
1-on-1 match between Moss and Lander coming up next, but right now we're going to take a look at the weekend schedule. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever wanted to be a professional wrestler, here's your chance now. Head to the Pinfall Academy, located on the square in Auburn, Illinois at 101 North 4th Street. They start you off with cardio exercise and teach basic wrestling and performance techniques. You can even learn to be a referee, manager, or announcer. For more information, call 217-891-4679. Pinfall Academy, where the new crop begins.
Of the evening for the Virden Annual Picnic Tournament. It is scheduled for one fall.
Who gave him a microphone? Well, he says that to me all the time, but... Lander versus Moss. We did feature one of their battles on this program months ago, back from, last winter. This is one of the special birthday show.
There are just too many times people are trying to look inside of me. Wondering what I think of you when I protect you out of curse.
Introducing first, Lander.
So the show's happening this weekend. CIPW and Kincaid. Elite Gateway Wrestling. Glory Pro Wrestling. Chesterfield, Missouri on Saturday. Alton, Illinois on Sunday.
Winner goes all the way. Final round. We'll see who wins.
Terre Haute, Indiana on the 13th for New Terre Haute, Indiana. That's on Friday. Final PWA Central State Show in Newburgh, Missouri on the 14th. Here in Illinois Star Center Mall for Strike Pro Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, the young thriller, Derek
World Powerhouse Wrestling in Madison, Illinois at the American Vets Hall. Wrestling over everything in East St. Louis, Illinois at the Centerville Elementary School on Sunday the 15th. And I'm going to wait till next week and talk about next week's shows because there's so many. It's so ridiculous. Next week we are going to feature Powerhouse Wrestling out Pontiac ahead of their next show on the 21st. So that'll be next week on the program. So we featured a lot of CIPW lately, but part of the problem is I have a lot of CIPW material from this weekend at Unfair Games, and unfortunately I've not been able to attend too many other shows lately, and that's not going to improve. And being that this is the 100th episode of PWCI this week, this is the last episode of Season 2. Season 3 starts next week. And I'll have to tell you this, that at the end of this year, I am going to considerably pull back this program and produce new episodes sporadically or sparingly, because I have to spend so much time with Pinfall Wrestling Association. I just cannot do this program with such a severe backlog of videos. Now at a year and maybe going to a year and a half long, I have to spend my time on other things other than this show. It's just taking too much time, and I don't have free time anymore. Not really. Moss charges, and they both knock each other out. My goodness. Double forearm shots. Going 100 miles an hour, and they both knocked each other out. I mean, they've wrestled in that tag. So I imagine they're a little bit tired here. Jake Lander climbing up, thinking Moss is still out of it. Flying elbow and nobody home. And Derek Moss moves out of the way. The former PWA Regional Heavyweight Champion. And now Moss gonna get out to the outside. And climb up himself. And frog splash misses. As Lander gets out of the way. Both men are not fresh, and they're wrestling not fresh.
Come on, Moss, watch out! This is it. Come on.
Lander's never beaten Moss that I know of, and he really wants a victory here.
No way.
You really gonna try for a brainbuster? Blocked. Fireman's carry by Mossy. Gonna sleep. Only a 2.
Moss, that close, buddy. Come on, you got this.
And Moss gonna go back up.
Come on, Moss, you got this. Hey, Derek.
Moss. Oh! Flying body tackle, nobody home. Actually, Lander got out of the way. Lander waiting for Derek Moss to stand up. There's that Hurricane Rana, kneeling Hurricane Rana. Turns him over. And only a 2 count.
Come on, Moss. Let's go, Moss. Let's go, Moss. Let's go.
Moss.
Come on, Moss. Get up.
Come on. It's all fun and games until now. I want to go to the end.
Well,
Come on.
Moss back to his feet. And Lander comes in. What are we going for here? I don't think he's going for an Aussie DDT, but he was right up against the corner, and that would have been not good. Roll up. 1, 2, break. 3!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match, who will go on to the finals to face Zero Hype Guy Smith for the Virden Annual Picnic Tournament Trophy, Jake Lander.
Lander wins this upset victory. 4 minutes. And Moss can't believe it. Lander gets his first victory over Derek Moss. Jake Lander is quite the underrated wrestler in Central Illinois. But he has been scoring some major victories lately, so onward and upward. Onward and upward goes Jake Lander.
Never faced Jake Lander inside of a ring before until tonight.
That'll do it for PWCI this week. I am the back conservative Pride Butter. We'll see you next time.